was 3. Holy crap, Saruni. As we're holding this, I'm going to run. Let's see if we can't... okay, that may have been a bad idea. That was... Oh, he took 50% of our health. Run, run, run. G'day chaps, welcome back. Episode 6, I think now, of my second series of The Long Dark. We are in Wolftown, on Coastal Highway. We have just found a huge fish. 1,000 calories, that's actually worth cooking. Give you a proper look at him. And this is the place to do it, because there's a fireplace. And we have the wood, we may as well burn it. We're very, very tired though, so we can't spend too long. But it's worth actually cooking that fish up straight away. And just scoffing it. 1,000 calories is huge.
I could use this.
How heavy was that fish? I think it was massive. 3 kilos for 1,000 calories. We don't actually need the food at the moment. Maybe I'll... if I dump it though, the condition will decrease too quickly, so it's actually worth cooking immediately. Otherwise it's not going to last. I can cook it and then drop it, and then grab it on the way out. And I should probably, thinking about it, do that with a lot of my food. I think we've done the whole house now. But we're too heavy. There's the fireplace. Let's cook this up. I'm going to drop a lot of this other food. The stuff that's in good condition. Let's just leave it here. We can come back and get it. Let's leave all these tins. The bad stuff I'm keeping because we want to eat that first. Yeah, let's leave that too. We need to get our weight down. The water, of course. We don't need nearly that much. 2.5 is usually the sort of amount I keep. Right, let's cook this fish up really quick. That'll do. Cool. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, I doubt you are by this stage. If you're watching this, then you probably watched the whole series. But just to recap, we've had hand-to-hand encounters with a wolf, simply to gather enough food to survive. Did that fail? Bugger. Let's try again. We have gone through 2 mines using nothing but match light, because we didn't have a lantern. We still don't have a hatchet, so we can't harvest saplings, so we can't craft a bow. And we haven't found a rifle yet, so we are completely without a weapon. The only way we can get meat is to either find it or to fight a wolf hand to hand or scare a wolf off. Right, let's cook this salmon up. Might take a while. Got plenty of daylight left. The only thing we need to worry about is our tiredness. Might be worth taking a little nap actually. Let's have a look. We're very, very tired. Might just have a quick nap where we are. I reckon. I might get our kind of calories down as well. So I'll do that. I'll have a quick nap. I'll do a herbal tea to kind of increase the efficacy of our little nap. We drink that just before we sleep. I think we sleep that much better. It's more efficient. I'm gonna drop that other piece of firewood because we don't need the weight. I'm going to leave it by the fire. Can always come back and get it later. All this food I'm going to collect on the way out. So let's do a bedroll, just right by the door. Drink our hot tea. So that helps with rest. And just what have we got? 8 hours of daylight. So we don't need to really get anywhere but over to the garage, so I can afford to rest for 2 hours, because when we get over there we want to spend some time searching. Let's pick that up. Calories. I need to get some of this. Actually, I don't need to get the weight down, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm going to drop... Nah, we're okay for weight. Let's just go. So... hungry. Let's eat some of this. Nah. Let's just go. We're only nipping over the road. Let's take all this off, because there's a very high chance we'll get attacked. Oh, we don't need those shoes. Let's just drop them. And get our torch out first. I was almost tempted to light that before we left the building, because there's an extremely high chance of a wolf come finding us here. But there is one. I'm going to light this anyway. There's 2. So I don't need... Was 3. Holy crap, Saruni. As we're holding this, I'm going to run. Let's see if we can't... okay, that may have been a bad idea. That was... Oh, he took 50% of our health. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Oh, we're going to get... Oh, God, that was close. Wow, we got really badly hurt. Oh, my God. Oof, that was a surprise. Wow. Okay, so the torch didn't work. Maybe we have to be in a building. Oh, God. That was a surprise. That was a surprise. 46% condition. Okay. Wow, now we know why they call it Wolf Town, eh? Crap, wow. That was bad. Okay, so we need to spend some time in here. Oof. God, my heart's going. Okay, without... let's have a look. We're going to use one of our torches. So we lost the torch. We lost one of our torches. Interesting. So we're going to use this as our fire source. Oh, we have a lantern. I keep forgetting. I'm so used to not having a lantern. Oh, well, now we have 2 lanterns.
What have we here?
Okay, I'm going to extinguish this. We can keep that. Let's use this bad boy. So we use the crappy one first. Here we go. It's been so long without a lantern. I'd actually gotten used to it and I'd forgotten. Wow, that was a really bad attack. 50% health in a single attack, and I was hitting the button as quickly as I could. You have to
needs this anymore.
Tap the mouse key. This is why we're glad we brought the pry bar. We still really need that hatchet. That's our main concern right now. If we do get a hatchet, we can at least craft a bow and arrow. Until then, we're still at the mercy of any and every animal we come across. This game's got to be coming out in... the story mode's got to be coming soon. They did say... I think the original release date was supposed to be... actually earlier than now, so I mean I think they were supposed to have already released the story mode of the game. I'm glad that they're taking their time. I really... from what I understand, I now have complete confidence in the devs of this game. They're very, very good. They really listen to feedback, and they're not rushing things. So when story mode does come out, pry bar, so we have 3 of those now. when story mode does come out, it's gonna be fantastic. I'm absolutely certain of it. I have absolutely no doubt. Another hacksaw, so we have 2 of those now. Another hunting knife, everything but what we need.
That'll come in handy.
Everything but what we need. I've got to say though, this is the most exciting series. It's the most exciting playthrough I've ever had. As I mentioned before, I don't know if you caught it or not, but I had played another game on Stalker, but I started in Mystery Lake, and it wasn't remotely, even slightly as hard as this. Not even close. Because I found the rifle in the dam, and as soon as you found the rifle, you know, you're winning. The game's on your side. You can gather meat.
I could use this.
So no matter how much time do we have? 5 hours left. Because of our condition, 46%, we're going to have to bed down here until we get to 100. And that's really what I want to do. Just stepping out of the door is pretty lethal around here. And I know a bear comes around here as well, so even though it's worth searching each building, it's actually really dangerous just to do that. And just thinking about it now while I speak, it may be worth actually, once we're at 100%, so this is tomorrow, strip all our clothes off. We have put our clothes back on, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're warm. Okay. Take all our clothes off and we light a flare before we even step out of the building, because there are so many wolves around this area that pretty much know you're going to get attacked as soon as you head out the door. Okay, let's check all these guys. Tough game. This feels like this is the ultimate game though. Meaning, if we beat this, if we win, if we find a rifle, if we craft a bow and arrow, if we do all that, if we survive, we will have mastered the game. And that's as much as we can hope to do. Really. So I am going to, so in my normal tradition, so there's the door, I'm gonna, hey, is there a bed here? Or do we have to use our bedroll? There isn't a bed, is there? No. Okay. No biggie, we can use this bedroll. Let's use the one that we found. So we use that as our bed, and we don't need to worry about its condition deteriorating. This lantern we can just leave here. We're going to drop all the stuff we don't need. I'm going to keep all those fishing tackles because they're so light. Hacksaw, will leave the worst one. They're heavy at 1 kilo each. I'm going to leave some of this. The lantern we have is full, so we're going to keep that. We don't need all these sewing kits. I'll drop the worst one. Pry bar, drop the worst one. The rest we all really want to keep, to be honest. But we're still at 34 kilos here, so this is too much. Metal, really not much use to us at the moment because we have no tools to repair. Clothes, we can drop all this. So I'll drop all the clothes we're not using. It's got us to 33 kilos. What else is... oh, okay. Antiseptic's really heavy. Let's drop that. We used some of this after we got bit. We've only got 2 bandages left, Never normally run out of bandages, but it looks like that's actually a possibility. Okay, we can eat all of this. That's going to get 2 kilos off our weight. Oh yeah, and then we're getting close. There we go. And then drink. I think we're going to get back underweight then. Nearly. Yeah, so after a sleep we'll be back underweight. Let's get our condition back up. We could drop one of these books. We don't need to. They're really only useful for fire starting. So I'll drop one of those. Yeah, we're underweight. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Let's have a big long rest. Let's get our condition back up to 100. Because we have so many flares, we can be a bit more liberal with them now. There's one main house we need to head to. So we're up to 75%. Let's get a drink. Excuse me. Let's start using up some of the worst of these drinks here. And because we're sleeping, it's probably a good idea to have some of these sardines. They always make me sick, so 9 hours of darkness. I'll sleep for 4. I'll eat those sardines. If we get sick, we can always go back to sleep and recover. So let's just do that. Let's eat. Yeah, let's eat these. See if we get sick or not. No. Good. Okay, so drink. And then 5 hours of darkness. 85% condition. Let's sleep for another 6. Actually go for 7. We've got nothing else we need to do really at this stage of the game than explore and discover. So we're scavenging. I think this is pretty much the last place to scavenge though, really. After this, I'm gonna have to think about moving on to another area, really. Like it or not. There's not much more we can get from here, unless we start heading up into the hills, but I really don't want to do that. Because in terms of efficiency of time, it's more worthwhile. Let's get our flare ready. Right, so we're heading for a big house. We can use a flare getting there with... So I can hear it already. Let's just light it. I'm not going to mess around here. You see? I was right. He's here. I don't know where he is. I can hear him, but I can't see him. Let's just run to this one. Let's have a quick check. That flare's going to run for a while. Can opener, we need a second of those. See, I'm thinking, do we check this whole house now while our flare's burning, or... Because the flare's the main thing, that water's good. Flare's more important than the food we find at this stage. I want to get over to that big house because of the small chance that there's a hatchet or something there. So I'm gonna come back to this house on the way out. Let's just remember that this is here. I want to keep the flare going. Also, we don't want to just keep on messing around with the clothes. It starts getting boring. There's the wolf. Let's scare him off. Yes, buddy. You and me, pal. There we go. There'll be others, so let's keep moving. Same with this house here. Let's just do a really rudimentary check. See if there's any weapons that we're missing. Let's just very quickly check. We haven't been in here. This is all going to be really good for food, but the food situation's actually alright at this very moment. We're just looking for a weapon. Tons of water, tons of food. So it is worth coming back through here. Maybe on the way out of... Oh, that's the whole house. That's really small house.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I'll grab that just because it's there. So I'm thinking, if we still don't find a weapon, and it's likely that we won't, we hit this town up on the way out of Coastal Highway. That's probably the wiser way to do it. Because then we can grab all that food, stock up as much as we can, burn the flares we have to make sure that we can actually get out and get ourselves over to... Oh, there's a flare in there. Well worth grabbing. Not worth taking anything else. Anything in the back? Nah. Should very quickly check the trunk. And then we head over to Mystery Lake and continue our hunt for the rifle. Once we get the rifle, maybe that's the end of this series, because we will have pretty much made it. And we're in. Okay, let's warm up a bit. Also, on the way out to Mystery Lake, and I think I'm right in thinking this, there's an abandoned lookout, and there's a chance there's a weapon there. So it's worth sort of... It's a second reason to head in that direction. I don't think there's going to be anything here. I get the feeling there's no weapon. We'll check it for food. But again, we're already pretty heavy, so we can just dump any... Oh, more rifle ammunition. This is painful. Got so much. I'm just going to start leaving clothes where I find them now. Got so much ammo now. Got... How many rounds have we got? 23 rounds. And no rifle. Could do with a bandage. No. Nah. I'll take it all. I'll dump all this by the door. I'm gonna be a good boy and drop the flare in there. Don't want a fire risk. Just gonna leave all this stuff. We're looking for a premium winter coat and insulated boots, and everything else is useless to us. No. 10 hours of daylight, so we can make it back to Jackrabbit Island. Ha ha ha! There you are. There you are. So we're going to fix that up right away. We're going to swap it out. That's the warmest thing you can get in the game, behind the wolf skin jackets. So it's worth fixing that up straight away, putting it on straight away. Let's just do that right here. So, 7 cloth, we've got loads. Got loads of sewing kits. So let's just fix it up to 100%. 2 hours. 3 cloth. So it's not cheap to get this cloth, this jacket up to scratch. That took it to 90%. Look at the bonus it gets. 3.6 clothing warmth bonus, 3.6 wind chill bonus versus 2. Actually, that basic winter coat's not bad. This is still much better. Let's take it up to 100%. Let's cut our... So 4 degrees of each. That's actually huge. Let's harvest this for 2 cloth. And then food, and then, yeah, let's do that. Let's we'll head back to Jackrabbit Island and gather all the stuff we can gather. That will be the yeah, we'll leave stuff there too though, because that's gonna be where we come back to after Mystery Lake. If we still don't find anything at Mystery Lake, or even if we do actually, we'll still head back through Coastal Highway here on the way to Pleasant Valley. So Jackrabbit Island is still our home. That's why I like it. It's such a central base, and if you have weapons, once you've cleared the wolves out, taken their meat, you know, it's safe. It's a fantastic little place to have a base. In the story mode, I'm assuming the story mode is going to use this same map. And I'm guessing, this is pure speculation, but I'm guessing that you have to survive a certain number of days, and maybe you need to get to a certain place before you're rescued, and that'll be the end of the story. It's going to be the same thing. Jackrabbit Island is still, for me, going to be the place. It's going to make the most sense to live, to do the time. Right, so we've got more food than we could possibly eat. Let's just get rid of some of this crappy stuff. Actually, we'll go for these peaches because these are really heavy. And I think that gets our thirst up too. Yeah. Got loads of water. So we're at 33 kilos. Let's drop the tools we don't need. If we do want to take them on the way out, we can. Got enough flares. Anything else? We've got 2 hunting knives. Tools. We have tools back at Jackrabbit Island. We can drop those. We have more than enough sewing kits. I'll take them back, because we're going back to Jackrabbit Island anyway. I'll take the fuel back too, just so we remember. And I'll drop the extra knives and the extra sewing kits when we get there. Clothes are good. Food. Let's just drop the heaviest stuff. Got 6 hours of daylight left. Actually, I'm gonna take all that back to Jackrabbit Island, and then I'm gonna do our little inventory check there. So I'm just gonna, I've got 6 hours of daylight. I'm gonna bed down for 1 hour. I'm gonna neck this coffee when I wake up, and that pretty much is us at the half-hour mark. So let's get up to bed. I'm going to do a single hour of sleep, and then that's it. We'll call this an episode. And in the next one, we are going to head over to Mystery Lake and see if we can survive a little bit longer. Who's to say? This is still up in the air. Yeah. As always, thanks for watching, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.